Hey everybody, this is Sakutian. I hope y'all are having a good day. Give me just a sec. I'm just getting some things set up here. Alright, let's see here. Let's see here. Alright, cool. Hey everybody. So, I don't normally do like just chatting streams or anything like that. I usually play games or things like that. But I wanted to do something and I thought it might be fun to do it with y'all rather than just kind of sit and do it solo. I grabbed the other day while I was out. I grabbed a couple things. I went to Barnes& and Noble, and I grabbed a couple of books. And one of the things I grabbed was Bigby Presents The Glory of Giants, which is like, it's not really a new 5e book. I mean, it came out a little while ago at this point. I also grabbed like the newest volume of Kaiju 8 and, well, the newest one for me. I'm only in volume 4. And I got some cool other books that are just fiction books because I wanted to get some more stuff to read. But I was flipping through this book, and like this book's all like the giant stuff. It's got like stats for being kind of giant inspired. It's got a bunch of stuff about runes. It's got, you know, a bunch of lore about the giants. It's a pretty cool book if you like giants or you just like runes and things like that and you want to play with being like a rune crafter. But I was looking at, interestingly enough, one of the things that's included back in all of the monster books is, our monster stats are some dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. I think they're really cool. I have a lot of fun with them. We haven't really had too many dinosaurs in here. We've had a couple here and there. But these are like elemental dinosaurs. And one of the ones that's included is on screen. There's that image of it. It's the Regisaur. And I was looking at this and I posted it, I posted it online. And I was like, is this a Red Claw? Because like Red Claw is this dinosaur T-Rex VTuber, and he's talking about how he wasn't really impressed with the Regisaur, and I was like, yeah, I can see why. The Regisaur is called the ruler of dinosaurs, or Regisaur is an enormous predator large enough to swallow a giant whole. Fiery veins of elemental energy course through its skin and glow in its eyes and nostrils. This is supposed to be a challenge rating 14 creature. Really all it has going for it are, it has a bite attack, a tail attack, it can multi-attack, and it has magic resistance, and it has a swallow thing where basically you can swallow creatures that you grapple with your bite. There are some other cool ones in here if you ever want to think about getting this book. There's like the Aerosaur and an Altasaur, which I don't... Yeah, they did do art of all of them. The Altasaur is like a really big, many-legged Brontosaurus type thing. There's a sort of Triceratopsy creature, and they're all very elemental and cool looking. But they don't really like, especially like the Regisaur. Like this is a big, bulky creature, but it doesn't really feel like something terrifying, especially to a level 14 party. Especially considering this is supposed to be something that's like eating giants whole. So I wanted to take a look at this thing and see if we could maybe fix it up a little bit and make it a little scarier and a little better as a like a centerpiece to a big encounter rather than just something you bump into that gets immediately decimated. Give me just a sec. I'm just going to take some things out of here. Because like, by level 14, your party has a lot of things to play with. And if you hand them something that's like, oh... Okay, so we're going to start off looking at this. So it's a gargantuan monstrosity. Unaligned. Okay. That is all fine. I have no issue with any of that. And I'm not saying they did a bad job designing it. But it feels like you had a really cool idea and then you didn't want it to like outshine other things in here. Like you look at like the giants, the average giant in this book, for example, I'm just going to grab another giant stat in here. Like here's a death giant, has 172 HP. Okay, this thing has 181. So we're going to put 181 HP. I'm fine with that. Armor class is 17. And it has natural armor. Okay, it's not going to be something with a super high armor class to my thinking, because this thing is not going to be very hard to hit. It's, again, it's huge. It's not going to be terribly agile. Its speed is 40 feet. So it's got some movement. It's faster than a lot of creatures. And then you get into, like, monks and tabaxi and things that are going to have increased movement. Right off the bat, I'm going to bump this thing's speed up. Hi, Ranma. We're going to bump its speed up to 60 feet. It's a big, gargantuan creature. Those steps need to be bigger. We're going to bump it up here. So we're going to look at its stats really quick. So it's got a 27 strength. So it's... Hi, Ranma. It's pretty strong. It's not the strongest thing out there, which I'm fine with, but it's still solid strength. Not very dexterous. Absolutely love that, because it shouldn't be. It's, you know, it's a big creature. Constitution is a 23. That's fine. Again, I don't want it to be too strong. Intelligence is a 4, so it's not a book smart creature. Wisdom is a 12. So we got a +1 in wisdom, and charisma is a 6 -2. Okay. So looking at this right off the bat, I'm giving this thing immunity to fire damage. The reason being, it literally has fire all over it. It has veins of fire in its eyes and body, and I'm like, resistance would be nice, but we're just gonna go for immunity, because at that level, we're not trying to play around here. I'm going to say we're going to give it vulnerability to cold damage, because we know dinosaurs and cold don't do that well together. Languages, it does not. I don't like that it's... I might give it a language to understand, if not speak. We'll come back to that. Proficiency bonus is a +5. Does it have any skills? It doesn't have any skills, so okay. It has passive perception of 11. Okay. That's fine. I'm not looking to make this thing too broken. Alright, its challenge rating is 14. Alright, okay. It's got magic resistance. Which is good. It's not great, it's okay. The Regisaur has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. We're going to be giving this creature a lot of things, so don't worry. Believe me, we got stuff coming for this thing. It's not going to stay a baby for long. And we'll just pop some dividers down here. Alright, I'm not going to play with the stats too much, because I don't feel like the stats really need to be tweaked. This wasn't a stat thing for me, really, looking at this. This was just kind of like, this doesn't feel like a scary creature. This feels more like a dinosaur. That's just kind of like, yeah, I'm a dinosaur with really cool art, but I don't really have anything else going on here. Alright, so that's all fine. I gave it damage vulnerability to cold. We'll give it damage immunity to fire. I'm going to say let's give it a damage resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons. Alright, and I am gonna fix that. Alright. So we're gonna give it damage resistances, just to make it a little sturdier, you know? Like, again, this is a challenge rating 14 creature. It's gonna be running up against a lot of things that are gonna have a lot of abilities, and if you're just gonna be like, oh, here's our dinosaur, like, it's gonna get kind of, people are just gonna fly around it. So we've made it more mobile, so that it will be better able to deal with mobility issues. It already had magic resistance, which I like. We'll get to its actions in a few minutes here. Let me fix this. I'm trying to like keep this how they do their things. I'm fine with the armor class. Like, I will say it feels like it doesn't have a lot of HP, but I'm not really wanting to beef that up too much. I think that's okay. Because this is a big, sturdy creature, but we don't want to break the game and make it like a 600 HP monster. Alright, let's go in here, fix these up. There you go. Saving throws. Skills. You know what? I'm gonna give it intimidation. It's got a -2 from its terrible charisma score. But that's okay. So we'll still have a +3. We're gonna give it intimidation. This is, again, it's a big, scary-ass predator. It's not the scariest thing. We're gonna give this creature some special abilities to make it even better. Some special actions and things. I have ideas. I have some ideas here. Let's see. Let us see here. Okay. So, one thing that bugs me with this creature is its movement is so key in these things. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give this creature Thundering Footfalls, which I have made up. And we're going to do a couple of things here. The Regisaur ignores the movement penalty for difficult terrain, excluding ice. So basically, plants, vegetation, spikes, mud.
I am here to tell the story, and I am here for the food.
That is what the Regisaur is here indeed. We're just gonna say it's still affected by ice. Everything else, it's just gonna ignore. So yeah, I like that. And we're going to amp this up even more when the Regisaur uses half of their movement or more. They are... I'm doing fine, CL. How are you? They are able to move through spaces occupied by large or smaller creatures. This movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Creatures in these squares creatures occupying space, the Regisaur moves through in this manner, must make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, they are knocked prone. Alright. So, we're giving this thing basically big movement. It's gonna be stomping, it's gonna be doing stuff, and with that in mind, I want to give this thing a stomp attack. So, we're gonna do that. We're gonna give it a big stompy stomp. Let's see here. So it's got a plus 13 to hit. So let's do melee weapon attack. Plus 13 to hit. Reach. We're not going to give it a... I don't really want to give it a huge range. We'll give it... Can they see in the dark? This one currently cannot. The ones that are presented in the book do not have any kind of dark vision, night vision, or anything like that. So we're going to do plus 13 to hit. We'll stick with what it's got for its other attacks. We'll give it reach of 10 feet. I can't type today. Reach of 10 feet. Single target. And on a hit, let's see here. We're going to say 24 damage. Let's split the difference. We'll make it 34. 34, and we'll do 3d8 plus 8. Well, we'll do 4d8, 8, 16, yeah, 48, 16, 24, 32. Yeah, we'll do 4d8 plus 8 bludgeoning damage. The target of this attack must be large or smaller. So we're just going to give this thing the ability to just basically wade in and stomp on people. It already has multi-attack. And they gave it a bite and a tail attack, which those are all fine. Not complaining about the bite or the tail. Those work. For better or for worse. I might give it some kind of heat vision. I don't know. I'd like to not make it broken, though. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, we'll get back to the attacks in a minute. I do want to give it legendary resistance. So, it's going to have 3 of those a day. And let's see here. Because again, this thing's supposed to be the king of the dinosaurs of this universe. I also want to give it... Okay, so the idea here is that these creatures were made by Anam, who is like the chief deity of the giant pantheon, to live alongside the giants. I'm going to say we're gonna give it some ties to the giants. Crafted by form crafted by Anam. Alright, so we're going to give it that, and we are going to say the Regisaur's the Regisaur form cannot be magically altered or changed by any spell or effect that would alter its nature. So you can't shrink it, you can't grow it, you can't turn it into a bunny, you can't it's boom. It is what it is. You're dealing with this. And we're gonna give it ooh. I like that. I had this idea. We're gonna give it this. Final stand. Again, I'm loading this thing up because this is supposed to be a scary king of the dinosaurs. The first time the Regisaur would be reduced to 0 HP, it is instead reduced to 1 HP and may immediately make a single multi-attack. Alright, so we're basically going to give this thing a trap card. Let's even make this, we'll make it 50 HP. We're just going to be like, basically, this thing stabilizes, let's do Fading Embers instead, because it's kind of dinosaur-y. Alright, so basically, you hit this thing enough, it's going to drop, it's going to go, it's like, okay, we beat it. It's going to come back, and it's going to do its multi-attack. So we can have it come in here and start kicking some butts. I don't want to give it too much more, but let's see if we can buff anything else up here. Okay, I'm happy with that. I do want to give it this thing that I figured out. I'm calling this Primal Roar. And this is just a straight action. The Regisaur unleashes a deafening roar that can be heard over a radius of 6 miles. Creatures within 150 feet of the Regisaur must make a DC 24 Charisma saving throw. Or be frightened for 1 hour. Boop. And let's see. Creatures within 60 feet must also make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, they suffer 16 2d8 plus 5 thunder damage. Just have this thing unleash the roar. Just BAM! I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. We'll get back to its regular attacks in a minute here. We are going to give it legendary resistance. I might make it just 1 a day. I might make it 1 a day for legendary resistance, because legendary resistance is pretty powerful. We shall see. I'm going to think about it for a minute. Let's see. Alright. Do I want it to have that? Alright, we're gonna give it to it. We're going for it. If the Regisaur fails a saving throw, it can choose to succeed instead. We're just going all in. We're going all in on this thing. This is gonna be a scary creature. This is gonna be something that people are gonna go, oh shit, when they see this boy coming. Alright. I'm fine with all of the HP. We buffed up its speeds. I don't think the stats really need... We gave it some more resistances. We gave it a skill. I do think we should give it strength. So that's going to bump up its strength saving throws to 13. And constitution... we'll bump that up to an 11. All right, so we're making this thing a lot sturdier. It's gonna have a lot more to do now. I think that this should have a recharge for the primal roar. Creatures succeeding on either saving throw are immune to the effects of Primal Roar for 1 hour. Okay. So basically we have this thing that can just roll in, Primal Roar, deal some damage to everything. It's not a broken amount of damage. It's a love tap. It's, you know, it'll hurt, but it's not gonna... Well, it'll one-shot a low-level wizard or something like that, but that's about it. Let's see here. What else can we do? Okay, let's do this. Apex Predator, and we're going to give this thing Giant Hunter. And we're going to give this thing Opportunistic Predator. A lot of this is stuff I am making up, by the way. Alright, Opportunistic Predator. The Regisaur has advantage on attack rolls made against any creature that is not at full HP. So basically, it's gonna be like, yep. And alright, we're also gonna go with the Regisaur may also make any number of opportunity attacks per turn that are provoked. Hi, Momo. Not limited without using reactions. So this thing is going to be able...
I'm going to put it in my mouth. I'm going to put it in my mouth. I'm going to stuff it in my face. I'm going to stuff it in my face.
Hi, P-Shoot. Hi, Momo. So this thing is going to be able to make any number of opportunity attacks that it wants to do, and it is going to have advantage on pretty much every attack. Apex Predator, we're going to say, let's go with Apex Predator. Let's go with, how do we make this thing? We're going to come back to those two. Giant Hunter. Oh, yeah. The Regisaur has advantage on attack rolls made against any giant. I'm just stacking the advantages, basically. We're just going to be like, it's good against giants. And let's do damage No. Well, that's good. That's good. Giant hunter. Yeah, I like that. Apex Predator. I gotta think of what to do with that. Alright, so let's do the other attacks that this thing has. It has a bite attack, which is just a straight melee weapon attack. With a plus 13 to hit. It has a reach of 10 feet. One target. Alright. On a hit, it deals 47. Ow. 60, 12. Plus 8 piercing damage. And the target has the grappled condition. With an escape of DC 18. This is directly from the book. Until this grapple ends, the target has the restrained condition. I'll fix the typos in a minute. Has the restrained condition. And the Regisaur can't bite another target. Okay. So that's its bite attack. It's fine. It's just gonna bite you a little bit. It's okay. Life will go on. Fix that. Fix that. I don't need that to be bold. Boop. Okay. 60, 12 plus 8. Alright, so it's a big bite. It's a big biting boy. We gave it a stomp attack. We gave it primal roar. We're gonna give it its tail attack here too. This is also a melee weapon attack with a plus 13 to hit. And it's got a reach of 20 feet for this, which makes sense. The tail is long. Let's do one target. It has a hit of 26. Ow. 4d8 plus 8 bludgeoning damage. Ooh, I know what to do for Apex Predator. I know what to do. Damage dealt by the Regisaur cannot be reduced by damage immunities, spell effects, or damage reduction. Yeah, buddy. Now we're cooking with some gas. This thing's just gonna roam up to people and be like, hey, fuck you. I'm gonna say that it can understand giant. Giant understands but does not speak. That's bugging me. It's like it was made to be a creature that like gets giants. I'm also gonna give it keen senses for smell. Cause like it's a giant predator. The Regisaur has advantage on wisdom perception checks made relying on smell. Okay, so now it can sniff stuff out. Let's go with... I don't want to give it night vision. I don't want to give it... I don't want to make it broken.
Welcome in, Raiders. Saku,
Hi, Atomic. This is, thank you for the raid. That was the voice of Prism Splay, who is the voice of Tower. And this is Atomic, who is an amazing streamer, who is... I left because Atomic was talking trash about Beast Wars, so I was like, I'm not going to sit here and take this. We still love Atomic, though. She does a lot of wonderful things, even though she hates Beast Wars. Alright. I need to fix that. Boop. And boop. And bludgeoning damage. Atomic, look, we're making scary dinosaurs. Alright, we are gonna do regional effects for this creature too. Alright. Oh, I forgot one other thing. It has a bonus action. Bonus actions. Swallow. We'll get to that in a minute. Alright. Regional effects. I'm feeling much better. Wow. Okay, Atomic. I'm ignoring you now. Armor class, hit points, speed. Atomic, the next one's gonna get you a timeout. I'm gonna time you out. Beast Wars is my favorite Transformers series. Get out of here. This is a Beast... I literally have a Beast Wars channel point redeem. Let's see. We're gonna do it. We'll do it. Where did I put it? There you go.
Well, that's just prime.
Okay, so we've given it Apex Predator. We've given it Fading Embers so that if it goes down... I don't want to give it a Fire Breath attack. Momo, if you're still here, what's the dinosaur that breathes fire from Monster Hunter? That's why I'm not giving it any kind of fire attacks. Because I feel like that would make it... the T-Rex that breathes fire. What's it called, Momo? In Monster Hunter world. I can't remember the name of it. But there's a T-Rex in there that... I like Monster Hunter. I don't know the lore or anything. I've only played it a little bit. But there's a T-Rex in there that breathes... Anjanath. Yeah, Anjanath. I don't think it should have breath weapons for two reasons. One, I think breath weapons in general should be kept for dragons to make them unique as, like, the magical... You know, their name's on the banner. Like, we don't want everything to have a breath weapon. And I don't think this thing should have a breath weapon. It's a predator. It's not like a dragon. We gave it all of this stuff. I like all of these. Let's go. You know what? When dealing damage to giants, the Regisaur may roll damage dice twice, taking the higher result for each dice. So we're gonna have it basically be like, hey, you rolled bad for your damage, and let's do this. Anytime the Regisaur rolls a 1 on attack rolls, it may re-roll. Anytime the Regisaur rolls a 1 on damage dice, it may re-roll that dice once. This thing will have no critical fails. It will rarely have bad damage rolls. We're making a monster. This is a big, mean, scary boy. Alright, we'll get to... So, regional effects. I want this thing to be a benefit to the environment. So let's do, like, lush vegetation. I don't want it to have lair actions, because I don't think this thing would have a lair. It's going to be roaming around looking for stuff. So let's do lush vegetation, because of its poop. The area surrounding the territory of a Regisaur is notable for the thick plant life present in abundance. Let's see. Treat all plant life in the region is roughly twice the size of other examples and brightly colored. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Let's say... Okay, we're gonna do geothermal activity. And we're gonna do something. Actually, I think that's good. I like the lush vegetation. We're gonna do geothermal activity though. Hot springs, steam vents, and earthquakes are more frequent in the territory of a Regisaur. Fish. I didn't turn fish on today. I will turn fish on real quick. Give me a sec. I didn't turn on my fish. We will turn fish on for you. Give me a moment. It's coming. So, who's doing the grudge? Let's see. I don't know who did it, but someone did a grudge. Okay, cool. Fish is up now. Alright, we gotta fix the bonus action here. It wasn't you. I don't know who did it. Stream Elements is lagging or something. Alright, this is gonna take a minute to type out because, oh my god. Melee weapon attack. It was P-shoot, okay. Plus 13 to hit. Melee weapon attack. Let's go. Let's go. Plus 13 to hit. Reaches 5 feet. One huge or smaller creature grappled by the Regisaur. Okay. On a hit, the Regisaur swallows the target. So it vores it. And the grapple ends. A swallowed creature has the blinded and restrained conditions. It has total cover against attacks and other effects outside of the Regisaur. And it takes 7 2d6 acid damage at the start of each of its turns. The Regisaur can have up to 2 creatures swallowed at a time. I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. There's a second bit here. I'm going to read this out to you all. It says, if the Regisaur takes 25 damage or more on a single turn from a swallowed creature, The Regisaur must succeed on a DC 16 Constitution saving throw at the end of the turn, or regurgitate the creature which falls in a space 5 feet of the Regisaur and has the prone condition. The creature no longer has... Yeah, we're not doing that. I'm not giving this thing a threshold. You could try... I'm like, look, I trust GMs. If the GM judges that's like, hey, I want to make myself taste really bad, or something else, cool. There is a reason for it to puke. I don't want to be like, oh, 25 damage? Yep, it throws up. Because it's got to land 2 attacks to do that, to begin with. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. We gave it that stuff. I don't want to give it any kind of stinky fire attacks. It's got... The stats were fine. We gave it some damage resistances. We gave it some skills. You know what? Let's give it perception. We'll give it perception as a skill. So that will bump it up to +6. So it'll have a passive perception of 16! Let's go. And one of the things I liked about this is T-Rexes, you know, and some dinosaur expert's gonna come in and refute this, but like they're very like, you know, they're opportunistic. They're gonna go for, if they come across something that's dead, they're gonna eat it. I want to do something with that, but I'm not sure what would be beneficial. We could give it some kind of... Oh. Oh, what if we... No. I don't... I like the idea of that, but I don't want to do it. Oh, we gotta take care of its multi-attack. The Regisaur makes 1 bite, tail, and stomp attack. The Regisaur cannot target the same creature with each attack. Alright, so we buffed up its attacks, we gave it a stomp, we gave it the primal roar, which I'm really happy with. We've made it a lot sturdier. This is a beefy creature that could definitely stand up to a party now. Let's do, we'll put in the note here, 11d20 plus 66. Let's see here. It has magic resistance. I like this. What do y'all think, Pebbles? Is it scary enough for you? Have we beefed up our dinosaur lad enough to make them worthy of actually participating? I think Red Claw would be proud. The 181 HP I keep looking at and being like, that's not a huge pool of HP, but I don't really want to buff that up. The reason I say that is, while I do think that parties can probably, like a big party can run over this HP, you're doomed. It's fine. It's got damage vulnerability to cold. I don't want to give it any sort of special vision or anything like that. Ooh, you know what we could do? This is kind of fun. Let's give it Luminous. Thick veins of primordial energy course within the Regisaur. It in darkness, it provides illumination in a 30-foot radius. It has disadvantage on stealth checks. Attempts. Let's give it wisdom, perception checks made against it at night are made with disadvantage, or with advantage, because it's literally like light. It's lit up. And let's give it one more thing. We're gonna give it mountainous. The Regisaur has disadvantage on dexterity, stealth checks. Okay, it's just too big to really hide effectively. I
noticed that one of the hooded figures is a little shorter. I cast Vicious Mockery, nat 20, let's go.
You short, motherfucker, and nobody likes you. Short!
Everybody says, fucking short that guy is.
Yep. Alright, we're gonna bump up some of these sizes. And bump. And we're gonna say all regional effects and 1d6 days after the Regisaur. Actually, these are more natural. I'm gonna say 1d6 weeks after the Regisaur is killed or leaves an area. I think that it shouldn't have a layer per se, but I do think it should definitely have like a territory, you know? It's like, okay, we don't want to go over there. It's gonna eat us. It's a big scary lad. Alright, I'm happy with that. Let me check something really quick here, unless anyone has anything that they're not happy with. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's a good beef up to this creature. We made it a little sturdier without making it completely broken. And now it can definitely hold up to things. We are going to do a raidity raid on Tiffany Witcher, the charity witch on Twitch. There we go. Let me get your raid message together for you. This was a shorter stream. Tabletop content is generally going to be shorter for me, especially when I have an idea of like, I want to do X. Stick around for the raid on Tiffany Witcher. Tiffany is a great streamer and does a lot of amazing charity and other wonderful, wonderful things. I am going to get our raid ready, and I will be back at some point in the coming week. We do the new model debut on the 27th of July, if you can be here for that. Atomic, Flora, Liara, and Prism will all be here for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, until next time, everybody, play more games and be safe, and I will catch you next time. Bye!
My name is Tiffany Witcher, otherwise known as the VTubing Charity Witch on Twitch. I'm an accessibility advocate, voice actor, singer, and charity streamer that's done 80 charities on this platform in the last 6 years. Happy birthday, Sakutian. Also, we are doing a subathon, exclamation point subathon. We take tips, we take bits, we take subs, we take drone gifts, especially drone gifts. Every little bit goes a long way. If we get all 3 of those goals, not only will you see a special video from me and Malice, but the art gun has volunteered their art and will make a special portrait for a special winner. So if you'd like to help, every little bit counts. Every little bit goes a long way. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, Sakutian, and thank you for bringing your community.
You're welcome, Momo. I mean, every day is your birthday until it is your birthday.
Is it just me? Do I feel like... Okay, I got my ult ready. Does, she got, like, you know...
Who? Tell me.
Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, God.